Hi, today I will help you make a character in the One Piece shared universe. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how do I make a character? First of all, when you join, you probably see a lot of channels. It's kind of intimidating to see a lot of channels like this. The channels are, all of them are mostly used, and all of them are very, very important. Now, when you first join, just go a bit up, a bit from the top to channel guide. You can see a lot of channels here. It's categorized in different channels. Now, this one's outside of games, the admins, things like meta things, if you like to call it. So the pings, here you can choose your pings, wherever you want to get pinged. So when I tag ping, you will basically get a notification that we are doing something. You can ask for action ping. It is very, very good to get actions. You can read here all the things. Playing ping, death ping, Minecraft, cover story ping. My favorite is cover story ping. I honestly love cover story ping, but let's just not talk about it. Yeah. Yes, basically. Now, go to the actual channel guide and then go down and go for starting out. Now, starting out basically will be two different things: making a character and actually sending it. First of all, I will start with making a character. Now, here's the guides that you need to actually make a character. In the channel, important guides. If you're struggling to find the channel, go to search bar and just search important guides or any channel name that you're looking for, and it will find it. Now, this is all the channels. This is all the guides that you need. Most of them can be afterwards used, by for now you can just use the basic ones. Now, if you go to the important guides, you can see all the guides. We'll talk about it later, but first of all, you need to character sheet. So go to Worlds and Info, click on this link. Then do not click on gain access or something like that. Click on File, then click on Make a Copy, and then name it your character. I will call my character let's just call him Luffy. Okay? Something like that. Do not call it Wolfie, by the way. Do not call him things from the actual series, but this is just an example. So, now you can see the character name. We should see it as Luffy, but I will call him just example, because I don't want to call him Luffy, because it's not very good. Age. Age is whatever age that you want, you don't really need it. The race. Now we're getting into the actual territory of races. Now, all the races you can play are all giving you different abilities and different powers. Races will affect combat styles, something that you will learn in the future, but here you can read about all the races. There is the humans, who get a lot of different abilities, but you can only choose 2 of those abilities. There is minks, who you can get an Electro and a Sulang. You always know about them. The ancient minks, the fishmen, the Sky Islands, the Shandia, the Bricans. All of them you need to choose. Now, I would suggest reading all of this and reading all about the races, or of at least your favorite races and abilities, and all of them will start you with different things that you actually would probably want to do it. So, like if you're looking for more of a damage base, you can probably go for minks because they have an Electro. An Electro is pretty very good. You can use a bonus action to get basically a +2. It's kind of like very, very good for that if you don't have Haki. And Fishmans, for example, gain the ability to swim very fast and breathe underwater. It's mostly, no, most things. And I will pick for now humans, because humans are very, very good. The guides are always changing, we're always adding in new things, so that is a thing we're gonna do. But let's say we are a human, so let's write in the race. Human. Profession. Professions will affect how you play the game, but mostly how you help your team, or how you basically do the things that you're looking for. The Master Fighter. Oh, one sec. I think no, it's the Professions for Olympus. It's another server. One sec. Professions. I don't know if I have it. Let me just click on the Discord and Professions. Nice. Now. Professions, fighter and sniper. The 2 of them are very, very basic. They are one class, but at the same time, 2 separate things. Now, you can have a +2 to all damage rolls. Now, Damage rolls are usually a 1d20. In our system, all of them are hitting. So usually normally hit unless they have a certain ability, but you basically always hit most of the time. So hitting is not a problem. Now, to your damage, you get a +2, basically. Cook. You can basically cook and get more abilities in terms of like stats. So every time you cook, you need to waste money to actually get money. To actually get stats. And every time you cook, you get more stats and on top of your stats. So, for example, you can see here, if you're using 20 cook levels, basically cook points, you can give someone else 20 stats of your choosing, like 10 strength and 10 constitution, but it will cost you money. Now, musicians are basically your ability to re-roll things. They can inspire people, and they are very, very good in combat situations, but also everything like damage rolls, saving throws, or contest throws. All of them are very, very useful, and you can re-roll things. They are working on charisma, so if you're more of a charisma based, you can. Shipwrights can actually fix ships, and they can make ships. I would suggest, if you're a shipwright going for the ship guide, shipwright is amazing and you can do so much with it. Okay? There is a lot of tool types you can choose from and upgrades. You can use different types of ship for different types of HP. You get a lot of rules from ships. Ships are amazing to build, and if you're looking to get some kind of a job, I would suggest you joining the Woodworkers Guild, but that is for another video. The second thing is Navigator. Navigators are always needed. Every crew needs a good Navigator, and if you're looking for a crew, I would suggest a Navigator, because Navigators can get a bonus to their travel rolls. Travel rolls are usually things you say here, you can read it afterwards, but Navigators basically allow you to gain a bonus to your travel rolls, and the travel rolls, if you get a bonus, basically it means that you're less likely to get damage to your ships. That means you are much better at handling a ship. That means you will need to pay less. That means you will have a lot less chance of dying or getting things at sea. Doctor is for healing. Archaeologist is for finding poneglyphs. The poneglyphs are actually a meta thing, and if you find a poneglyph, you get some kind of knowledge, basically. At the same time, you get something about the lore, and if you're more of a lore person, archaeologist is your favorite thing. Gadgeteer are self-explanatory, and blacksmith are self-explanatory. You can make items. They are very, very cool, like the ships, and yeah. And scientists are giveaway professionals of right now, you cannot get them. Now, I would say my character is a navigator, because navigators are very good. Now, weapons. Weapons are used mostly for attacking, but anything you choose as a weapon will be a it'll just be a normal D20, because it's a simple weapon. Simple weapons basically mean that you don't have any advantages, you don't have any resistances, but if someone has a resistance of some sort, like if someone has a resistance to bludgeoning damage, your weapon will deal half of damage, unless you have a certain weapon that can deal other things that you can get from blacksmiths or from points. So if you look at the blacksmithing guide, you can see there is great swords, there is different downtime payment for swords and metals and weapons. Different weapons have different stats and different abilities, and that is very cool. But you start with a normal weapon, a simple weapon. That means that you don't get any abilities, anything, and it will not affect anything, basically. So it cannot be a very magical weapon, not a laser, not a very good weapon, not anything like a gun with two big attacks or something, or a magical item, basically. It's all just a simple weapon that does a 1d20 and very basic. Now, race, I say again, we are going with human. Profession, we are going with a navigator. Weapon, we are going to start with a battle axe. We're gonna be a good navigator, a very beefy navigator. Now, your backstory. Here you should probably have a link to the document you are going to say. So probably you should go to doc and just add a new document and start writing your backstory. If you don't want to write a backstory, it's not needed. You never have to, but it's very, very fun to see. Factions. Factions are usually the thing you will need to choose from, and usually the things that defines your adventure. You can go a pirate, a marine, or a bounty hunter, or some people choose to have different factions, but let's not talk about it. First of all, the pirates. Pirates like Delwyn, Elias, Ryuma, all the big ones. I'm not forgetting Egon and Sin and other people, but all the high-ranking. Why is me? I don't know. But all the high-ranking people, basically. And the high-ranking people are usually captains or vice captains, and pirates are usually the supernovas, the people of the world who are killing people, but at the same time can be very nice. They're outlaws, people who do whatever they want and have the most freedoms. Pirates have the ability to raid things and to get money from raiding. Other things like bounty hunters can go to the bounties and actually claim bounties. If you look at bounty players, you can claim bounties as a bounty hunter. If you choose to attack someone, you can attack them and claim a bounty. If you like to claim a bounty, please open a ticket here to claim a bounty. Here's a ticket. And if you're a marine, you get a bonus to your ranks. Marines always have a separate channel for them. There's this school, and they have different ranks they can be from, and all of the marines have different ranks, and they do weekly meetings, and marines are very, very fun to play if you're looking for more of a structure and more of a thing. You get more and more money the more you rank up, and the more you get more money, the more you get money, the more powerful you are, and the more, basically, you can get up to Fleet Admiral, and then you can basically control half of the server, but it's very, very hard. But marines are very, very cool, honestly. Now, I will choose my faction to be bounty hunter because I love Cursor, of course. Yeah, I'm joking, by the way. Yeah, you will find all the players. They're very, very nice. And now, cool. 1 sec. Your crew will probably be something that you choose from. If you are a marine, it will be your units. If you are a crew, you could probably look at crew advertisement if you're looking for a crew. I would suggest opening your own crew. The rules as of right now is that each person in the Grand Line will start with, let me just check it, announcements, yeah. So each person in the Grand Line will start with 500 stats and 4 million belly, along with a steel weapon, and cannot join an old man's crew. So if you are if a crew is in the new world, you cannot join them. But if you're starting in the new world, you have to join one of the crews, basically, of the old crews, the people who are in the new world. That means you get 1,000 stats and you get to start in the new world. So if you're starting in the new world, you will get 1,000 stats to start with, but you have to join a crew and be under someone, and you would not get conquerors. You cannot get conquerors. And if you are starting in the Grand Line, you get 500, and you are starting under someone else. Sorry, you're starting under yourself or under one of your friends or someone under the Grand Line, but you will have the ability to get conquerors, basically. Now, backstory. Your backstory is basically... dream. I was looking for dream. Yeah, your dream is basically something that you should go for and something that you want to happen. It's not really taken into account most of the time in roleplay because it's a huge server, but it's something you can go for yourself. And combat style. Combat styles are very, very fun. I like combat styles a lot. Sorry about my headphones. Combat styles are something you can build for yourself. You can basically make a combat style yourself, and people are making a lot of combat styles. Like the way of the Berserker, for example, who is made by Helga, who gives you a lot of powerful abilities once you get to a certain level in stats. Like you see. You can read all about the combat styles and pick your combat style, but you should not pick a combat style at the start. I would say once you feel comfortable with the game, go ahead and pick a combat style. But as of right now, you don't need to. Here, please put your profession. Now we said Navigator, so let's put 1 sec. Navigator. I don't know how to spell Navigator, don't put me on that. English is not my first language, so I'm sorry for anyone I offended by spelling Navigator so horrendously. And now, when you go and do that, I would suggest going to the list that you took from, and going to here, and then copying everything you have here, and putting it here in the notes, pasting it. Now you can get it bigger, and you can read all about the Navigator whenever you need, just in a click of a button. Combat style. Combat style, you don't really need to write here. Default food, you don't have one. And race, do the same. I would say I am a human. So, no, one sec. We'll just write human, we don't need to make it very big. I would suggest 18 is the best one for it. But human, for humans, I would suggest putting you only the first ability, like this. And then writing the two abilities that you have. So as a Yorokushiki, you can. I will pick Suro and I will pick Tekai because I know what they do, but I would suggest for you to just pick them yourself, Suro and Tekai. And you can read all about it, basically. Common style is what you can do later. Inventory is for your inventory. Go down here, and you can pick your inventory. And moves are from your future moves, basically. Now, your stats. You're probably asking what you want to do. What is all of this? And this is your most important thing in the game. How you basically do things. But I would suggest going into the Discord and going here, and then going into the guides, important guides, and the stats guide. I would suggest reading all about stats yourself. They are very, very useful, but a quick summary is speed is used to start first and rolling against observation. Strength is a melee based attack, and every time you deal melee damage, you roll your strength. Accuracy is done a lot more damage, but from range. Constitution is your HP. Every 1 point of constitution is 100 HP. Toughness is taking less damage from attacks. Charisma is charisma. Intelligence is your intelligence that you can use for, I don't know, looking around the place, finding things, identifying things and everything like that. Food control is your controlling of your food. If you're looking for a specific devil food, you probably want to put food control once you get it and get specifically more powerful than devil foods. Haki is all of the haki stats you have. So observation and armament. Observation is letting you dodge things and sense things, and armament will let you attack more powerful. But also you will have the haki, the subtypes of haki. The subtypes of haki will basically let you gain more and more damage, or more and more attacks, or more and more things. And like you see, there is three things you can choose from in observation. When you get to 1,000, basically you awakened your observation, and observation subtypes you can have. Once you get to 3,000, you can read all about it. It's in the guides. It's very, very fun, and you get basically specialization in your haki. So if you're looking for a haki, you can do that, but your first haki is only unlocked at 1,000 stats, and at 500 stats you don't get haki. So that's all. I think that's all. Just let's distribute the stats. I would say I will pick after the 500, 100 in this. I will be a ranged attacker, so I will pick 200 in this. But human will be, because I use Suro and Tekai, I will choose a lot of stealth, because I want to stealth around, and I will choose a lot of constitution. Sorry. So 300, they all need to be at up to 500 if you're choosing 500, and yeah. So I will start in the grand line. So 300, 500, and you get everything like this, and that is all. That is all you have. This is, now you made the character sheet. If you follow these steps, if you need any help, go to questions and start asking basically the questions. You can always open a ticket if you're looking for a specific thing and nobody really answered you. Helpers will be here shortly. And I think that's it. Join the calls if you like to. Send your thing in register if you like to. Just use register and just send it. And don't forget to click on here and click on get link. Make it anyone with the link and send your example for a video. Now, thank you, boys. Thank you everyone who came. Thank you for anyone who needed the help. Thank you for playing the server. I am Zemo, and I am the one who don't need the gun to get respect up on the streets. Thank you, boys. See you later. I hope everyone had fun, and I hope if you need any help, you will probably ask anything. And thank you for joining the server again. Zemo out.